He kept on talking about the Yetziat Mitzrayim.
No. So he can drink after Alois Shachar? You're thinking like the Shal Tshuva, Yisoyerus Tshuva, and that is the answer to our question. Yisoyerus Tshuva is the grandson of the Chassam Sofer. And he says, Nistapakti. He says, this happened to me. I don't know why. Either he started very late, and this is very relevant. Doctors coming back from a surgery at 2 o'clock in the morning. Somebody's released from the hospital. He took his wife and then he was released. Or for whatever reason, a soldier, a person who didn't feel well, and he starts to say they're late. Or in places where the shkia, or the nets is very, very early. For whatever reason. So he says, this is what happened to me. And it was already after Alois HaShacha. It's before the nets. And I still didn't say Hallel. And I still didn't have my 4th cup of wine. So he says, can I have this glass of wine or not? And he says, I think I can. Why? He says, first of all, isn't it like saying Kriyat Shema? A person who didn't say Kriyat Shema last night. It's after Alois. If it's Be'oinus, we say to him, say Kriyat Shema now. And it counts for the nighttime, as long as it's before nets. It's Be'oinus. But then he says, I don't think it's the same, and he explains why there's the chiluk. But he says, I think one should be machmir. The machmir here is to say the halal, to drink the wine, and just don't say it with a bracha. Safek brachas lehakel, so don't say it with a bracha, but have the 4th cup of wine. And he says, and don't ask me from this issue which we just quoted from the Gemara in Brachos Daf Yud that one is not allowed to eat or drink before davening. He says, first of all, this is different because you started beheter, you started earlier, before Alois, in the middle of the night you started. So since you're continuing, it's considered that you're continuing from what you started before, which is fine. And more than that, the Gemara says it's considered gaiva. Here I'm doing it lekabel all malchus shamayim. I'm doing it as part of the mitzvah. And he says, this is what I did. This is what one should do if one gets stuck in this situation, and one will be able to drink his 4th cup of wine after Alois, before nets, and you get 2 points. If we're talking about wine, listen to Seder HaDoros. He brings us Maaseh about Rabbi Yechiel of Paris. Rabbi Yechiel of Paris is one of Baalei HaTosfos. And he says he was very close to the king, and all the ministers there hated him and were very jealous. So they went to the king and they said, you think this guy likes you. He said, no, if you offer him some wine, he's never going to drink it. He hates you. So the next time they were together, the king says to Rabbi Yechiel of Paris, here's some wine. Would you like to drink some wine? And he pours him some wine and he gives it to him. He says, my dear king, not right now, but I'm not going to leave here before I drink some of your beverage. Okay, so he waits. At the end of the meal, they bring the king a big golden bowl of water for him to be able to clean his hands. So he washes his hands. And Rabbi Yechiel of Paris says, to show you my love, this is what I want to drink. After you just cleaned your hands, I'm going to drink this water. The wine I can't drink because my Torah says no. But this I'm allowed to. And this I will show you how much I love you. And he took that water, disgusting water that he just cleaned his hands, and he drank it. And the king said, now I know that you love me. And he now loved him even more than he did before. And Seder HaDoros says, and I heard that this happened to the Rambam as well, and to others as well. It doesn't say who they are, but interesting, Maaseh.